With this homework, we're just going to continue looking at how to write down what the domain range, if we got a function, if it's 1 to 1 is and why it is. So I'm only going to do a couple of these problems, maybe the first few. The first one, we got a set of numbers, points here, points 1, 2, 3, negative 5, 5, 8, and 9, negative 6. So what we want to do is we want to just put the x values of our domain down. So they are 1, 3, 5, and 9. Close it with our fancy looking bracket here. And the range is our listing off the y values. So we got y values of 2, negative 4, 8, and negative 6. Do we have a function? Well, we have no repeating x values, so yes. Is it 1 to 1? I take a look, I don't have any repeating y, so the answer is yes, so that would be y. We got no repeating x's or y's. For our second problem, the table here, we're going to list off our x values of our domain, negative 5, negative 3, negative 1, 1, and 3. And we are going to list off our y values, 8, 4, 2, 0, and 2. Do we have a function? Well, none of my x values repeat, so yes. Is it 1 to 1? I see I have repetition in the y values. I have I have the number 2 twice, so it is not 1 to 1. The mapping, our domain is what we have coming off. So our domain is A, B, and C. And then our y values, my range is 4, 7, and 1. So in terms of definition of a function, none of my x values repeat. That is true, so yes. 1 to 1, none of my y values can repeat. That is also true, so yes. And then the last example will be the graph. So here we see we have arrows coming down, pointing down and left forever, and then down and right forever. So left to right, left we're going forever and ever, so we start at negative infinity, and then the arrow means we are going right forever, so that means we are going to positive infinity. So we're going to open and close parentheses because we can't really include infinities. And then the range will be bottom to top, so arrows going down forever means I am starting at negative infinity. And then if I come up, I stop right up here at the right before I get to the top of our physical graph here. So from the origin, I see I count up 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, so I go to 4. Now I can't include negative infinity because you can't really hit negative infinity. But I do hit 4, so I'm going to close it with a bracket. Now, do we have a function? Again, graph, as long as I pass the vertical line test, we're good, which I do here, so the answer is yes. Do I have 1 to 1? I'm going to draw a horizontal line, and I see that I hit 2 spots, so the answer is no. So this would be a case where I have a function, but it's not 1 to 1. And then we can just follow these simple rules to fill in the rest of these problems using our calculator and also answering the multiple choice questions on the following page using what we know about domain, range, and if we got function.